Even you do. Hearts. Let's get to
Hearts.
Tasso.
Alright, we can do that. We can cast if you guys want. I'm assuming you guys do. You should. Because we're going to be spawning directly on top of alt.Sonic, the purple Terran, in the top right. He is right now down 0-1 against TSL.Revival, the pink Zerg in the bottom left. So we have a TVZ for you guys on Korhal Compound LE. You guys should go ahead and go vote at xanderfever.tv/vote for who is going to be winning. Because right now we have Revival being listed as the favorite. But let's not forget, Sonic showed a good game in the last game too. Even though he did lose, he had a very nice macro showing, going for a very cool build where he goes for Hellion Marauder even into the later parts of the game, as opposed to going for something more traditional like Banshees.
Okay, so I have to ask you, since you seem to know a bit about this map, which race would you say is a little more favored on this map right now, out of these two playing?
The map overall, I actually don't think has a favorite race on this one. You can kind of make the argument that it's better for Terran because it's smaller, but I have seen Zergs be so solid on this because it's a lot easier, in my opinion, to actually be able to defend drops on this map. Because it's smaller, you have less area that you have to worry about. So it kind of makes that one key aspect of Terran play slightly weaker, that allows Zerg to maybe want to progress their expansion slightly more slowly, but be able to attack much quicker, get to hive very, very quickly, and then utilize Brood Lords to abuse the fact that it's a smaller map and mobility isn't as needed. And Coral Compound has a lot of cliffs and everything that can make Brood Lords incredibly powerful. When you add in the use of really good fungals, I think that in the later parts of the game that this map should actually favor the Zerg a little bit more than the Terran. But maybe in the early games it's a little bit more on the Terran side than the Zerg side.
Okay, well, one thing I remember from this map, and you can feel free to agree or not. Now, this isn't for one or the other. Oh my goodness, first off, drone versus SUV, and then main for Sonic. Is the drone gonna get him?
Oh, one more shot in that.
Oh, drone, no!
Oh, the Marine.
That was so close. Anyhow, what I was gonna say is one thing I've noticed about this map. I actually remember playing on it now, ZVT, as a matter of fact. It can be a pain because you have all of these chokes, and while they're great for fungals, they're also great for tanks.
Yes. That is another aspect. Also those high grounds that can favor the Brood Lords can also favor tanks before Brood Lords can get out. However, they can also be backfiring for the siege tanks once the Brood Lords are out, or maybe even a large count of mutas are out. Because that's the thing, air play on this map is quite strong, and mutas and the Brood Lords can actually make a nice transition to go from mutas to the Brood Lords.
Alright, so we do see that natural, second, still right, but the natural going up for Sonic. Meanwhile, Revival is getting ready to start saturating his natural.
Yep, we do see him right now just mining with almost perfect numbers. He's got, I think, 17 drones there on the minerals in his main, so he can go ahead and start going to his natural expansion. But notice that Sonic is doing actually the same starting build order that did it in the last game, going for the gasless expand into the double refinery, so we should be seeing reactor to Hellion out of him shortly, as he just now throws down the factory, and we should have the reactor being thrown down instead of that. Yeah, he does end up canceling that Marine, so he can get down the reactor right now. So he's going to be able to have a nice presence on the map within a minute or two. Once those Hellions have begun and finished, we should be seeing Revival getting contained to be on two bases a little bit more so than the last game. We'll see if Revival's going to change it up though and go for more of a standard style, which isn't going to be Roach-centric in the early game, but he could still go for Roaches. Just a matter of what he decides to go for.
Yeah, he can. Now we do see him going ahead and dropping that Spine Crawler. Now, I'm not sure I exactly agree with that placement, but he is getting his speed. That'll be done before those Hellions come at him. He'll be able to fend off the Hellion harassment with some speedlings, and as long as he micros them properly, he'll keep them, he'll take the advantage, and shortly after, he'll be able to go ahead and take his third. From there, we will hopefully see a very standard play, like you were saying, into the whole Broodlord transition with Infestors. And maybe even some Roaches thrown in.
Yep, that would be really strong. I mean, Roach, Infestor, Broodlord is an incredibly powerful army composition.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Also, if he could always just go for the Lings and go for the fact that the Lings get benefictions. I just made up a new word. They get benefictions from the melee attack upgrades, just like the hive tech of the Zerg.
They do. Now we do see. Now I like this. He's dropping his Baneling's Nest, so he's gonna have that for the Bio Army, which I really like. And we also see the Evo Chamber, but it's not only that he's dropping them, is what I like. It's the way he's dropping them, kind of making that wall there, or making it so that any units kind of have to go around or take additional damage from the Spine Crawler if they try to just come straight in.
Yeah, and looks like Sonic's going for a very similar thing to the last game. Ooh, we might actually... Okay, never mind. That Ling does not get any real harassment done. Sonic's the only one who's actually killed a drone, and that happened in the early parts of the game with that first Marine. But he's going for basically the same thing they did in the last game. Never mind, actually, let's switch it up. He went for Marauders in the last game, and now he's going to go for basically Marines, producing Marines and getting reactors on top of these other barracks. So he should be getting combat shield after his stim, but he's going to have a very, very... Ooh, we got Banelings morphing already from Revival inside the back.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that, considering Banelings are not needed yet. Right now, his main concern are those Hellions and getting his economy up at this point.
Well, Banelings are also good against Hellions when they can actually engage. The issue is the splash damage of the Hellions. The thing is, these could also just be defensive safety Banelings against the possibility of drops and whatnot. So we do see right now they're going in kind of like the middle areas of the bases, so we can go ahead and be going into the natural as well as the main base depending on what's needed. Just like Revival is just playing it safe. He's not going to be like, yeah, I'm going to be too greedy and then not have anything ready for when the push from Sonic goes out, but we should see this Overlord getting sniped.
And there he's going to go ahead and set up to take his third right now. I was about to say it's getting really close to possibly being a bit late here. Because you want to take that third before, what, 10 minutes in?
Yeah, you can kind of get away with it at 11 minutes if you're really good and you do something like Sleep does where you just overdrone completely.
Here come the Hellions from Sonic.
Yeah.
Are they gonna move forward and do it? That's a really good response. See, he knows his timing. He knows that third should be going up right now. So he's preparing for that.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he hasn't gone down with the Hellions. He is moving on the left with the Viking, so he may try and draw out some of the units with the Viking, but looks like Revival also is looking for that third time. He's got his Ling there. I don't think he's gotten Burrow yet. Yeah, Burrow is actually started
just
there.
Barely started, yeah. And he's getting 4 Infestors. I'd kind of like to see him get the Infestor energy at this moment, which I don't see being upgraded. Oh, it's already done. Or no, it's almost done, isn't it?
No, it's well, it's done. It's done. Yeah, it's done.
And he's getting Overlord speed. I can't believe we missed that. How did we miss the energy being upgraded?
I've been paying attention to the map and camera movements, I guess. I don't know. But right,
oh, here comes a push.
Yeah, and we've got 4 Infestors out already against a mostly Marine army. These Infestors, if they land their fungals, could be make just incredible unhappiness into the land of Sonic. And there's that incredible unhappiness in the land of Sonic, because we've got fungals landing everywhere.
Beautiful
oh my god!
Wow, those fungals are heroic.
Yeah, that's unhappiness in the land of Sonic, because we just saw wreckage happening to his army, and Sonic all of a sudden went from being ahead in the food count to being behind, and really not doing that much to Revival. He did keep his medevacs alive, but that's nice and everything, but we're actually having a scouting Zergling, and a very nice spot to just look around for the army movements of Sonic. We have another one now burrowed at that third. Revival's mining very well from its bases.
I love that. It reminds me so much of Brood War play. The burrowed lings, just to go ahead and stop that expansion.
Yep. And this is actually looking like it's the map that's actually playing into the hands of Revival. Sonic is staying more contained on his own because of, I think, the smallerness and the effectiveness of attacking and Infestors and everything. Because we see the 4th now going down from Revival. Because Revival is just getting perfect engagement because he knows exactly where the army is coming from. Because he has more burrowed lings running around and he knows where Sonic is going. And Sonic needs to pre-split his army if he wants to survive. Looks like he's kind of preparing to do just that. He just needs to get that going now.
All we need is some good fungals off. Oh, infested Terrans.
Yeah, he's basically trying to posture for position. But now we're going to see a big fungal getting
Beautiful
casted.
fungal. Oh, and the banelings coming in with those lings.
Oh god, this is just
Sonic
devastating.
just got caught out of position there, but Revival ran out of lanes at that point.
Yeah, Sonic macros incredibly well. He's been getting so many Marines, it's insane. So he's got an army that's looking a little bit worse now, but I mean, he can stim, run in, split, control, and these infestors don't have that much energy left. There's not a single fungal. There will be a single fungal in 2 seconds, but will it land? He's got a little bit of a landing, but I mean, now there's enough links. More enough links to clean this up, so we're going to see the full surround. The GG actually gets called by Sonic. Looks like he knows that this game is pretty much not going to go in his favor when he has not been able to get a 3rd base up at all. So he's been going 2 bases basically against the 4 base that we have for Revival. So Revival takes it 2-0 and will be moving on to the semifinals of the Zotac Cup. So great showing by Sonic, but it is just not quite enough, and we are going to be giving the victory to TSL's Revival.